Hi everyone, I've got Elle from Boost Oxygen joining me in the studio now, so it's pretty exciting. It's been a while since we've had a live guest here. So Elle, first off, how are you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. I'm so happy to be in this beautiful studio. It's fabulous. It's so warm and inviting. So yeah, glad to be back in person.
Yeah, we've had some changes here. Now, speaking of changes and springtime and kind of people getting ready for this season, I know a lot of people think about when it's time to get healthy, it's time to train for some sport competition or something coming up, or even if they just want to basically improve mental clarity for their work time, most people I know think about water and diet for that. And I think people don't really think about oxygen in breathing because, that's something we do all the time. So I was hoping you could kind of talk a little bit about what role does oxygen play in the body and why is that important?
Well, it is, as you say, a lot of people think about, I need to make sure I have the proper nutrition. I need to eat a good breakfast. And this is just basic health, not even just working out. This is any time that they're looking to take care of their bodies. So, I need to be hydrated, get my kids those snacks, blah, blah, blah. Always thinking of that, but they forget about oxygen, and oxygen runs the body, and it's an essential item as well. It's a three-part thing. You can go so long without water, so long without food, and very little time without oxygen. So really important.
Yeah, I think that's an important thing to say. You can definitely go the least amount of time with oxygen compared to anything else.
Yeah.
Now, I know I usually, when I think of oxygen, I just think it affects my blood. But I really don't know, what part of our bodies uses most of our oxygen, really.
Well, like I said, it runs our whole body. The biggest organs that use the organs that use the most oxygen are the brain, which runs everything, and the liver, which cleans everything. So 20%, 21%, they use a large chunk of oxygen, and super important to make sure that they are getting the oxygen they need. They're the first ones to take it. So that's why your muscles might feel a little weaker if you're stressed, because your brain's using more oxygen.
Oh, that does make sense. Now, how can Boost Oxygen help? I mean, we've got oxygen just in the air that we breathe every day, but what's special about Boost Oxygen as far as helping with our health and overall well-being?
Well, Boost Oxygen will give you 5 times the amount of oxygen that you can get from the air. And I mean get from the air down at sea level. So sea level is about 22%. When we're up here, it's about 14%. So you're not getting the oxygen you need, and that will supplement it. And it gives it to you much more efficiently and much more quickly than even any breath you can take. So it'll get you the oxygen into your body. It'll help you run that DNA, that cellular life and death cycle. There's so many things that oxygen is important for in the body, and we don't think about that. So having it as a supplement, something that's preventative, not just when you feel poorly or perhaps you're starting to feel a little bit of the altitude or you're winded, or the NHL, obviously they have a lot of sports teams that use it as well, but incorporate it into your diet. Think of it as part of an everyday thing to have in your house, to have in your car, to have in your purse, because your oxygen level goes up and down all day.
Yeah, and basically you can prevent that sort of midday lull or whatever, basically prevent the fatigue hitting you ahead of time. So that sounds really good. Now also thinking about, diet and nutrition, too much of a good thing is still not good for you. Like too much fruit isn't good, too much water isn't good. What about oxygen, Boost Oxygen? How much of it can you use?
Well, what's great about Boost Oxygen is it's aviator's oxygen. So it's 95% pure oxygen, available without a prescription. It's on-demand oxygen, meaning you can pick it up and use as much as you want. So you can't overdo it, which is wonderful. You can sit on your couch and you can have one of those days you're just feeling kind of out of energy. Use up a can. It's going to do nothing to harm you. It will only help you. And when you're at 100% oxygen, then you're at 100% oxygen, and the only thing you're really doing is kind of wasting the boost at that point. But you know what? It's always going to be good for you.
Yeah, and you're gonna feel good if you're at 100% oxygen. So
yes, I mean,
just
don't you want to be at 100%?
I can hold off a little bit.
Right. But you know what? It's knowing it's not going to harm you. I always say better safe than sorry. It's like staying hydrated. You know, if you're drinking a bunch of water, you're just going to be running to the bathroom a little bit more, but you're hydrated. So taking care of your body, that's that third element, and that's really important. And we're happy to be there and be part of people's everyday life cycle.
Excellent. Well, Elle, thank you so much for coming in and giving us some great information on oxygen and health, and especially it's good to know that you can't overdo it on Boost.
Yeah.
Now, any final comments or places, where should people go to find out more about Boost Oxygen, or any final notes?
Well, go to our store locator to go find it. You can also order it online. What's really great is now we're really expanding through Walgreens. So a lot of people in their home states, I know a lot of visitors are here, home states will be able to get it more easily, and a lot of people are getting their vaccines there. And then also our new little pocket's coming.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll talk more on that at a different time, but this is exciting with our new little mini mask.
Okay.
So yeah, lots of great things with Boost. We're just, like our title, we're here to help.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Elle. And everyone, after the break, we're actually going to go ahead and give away a large can of peppermint Boost Oxygen paired with a Boost Oxygen beanie. And that's going to be during our Watch and Win trivia question. So stay tuned for your chance to win.